Alright, let's try this again. Hey everybody, Horror Hollywood here. A few days ago I was at the local knife shop and I came across this cool little beauty. If I remember right, the name is called the Irish Dirk. Celtic Dirk, one of the two. And it says it's from Master Outlery, or Cutlery? Outlery? Fantasy Master, I don't know. It's a few different names on the box, so I don't particularly know. And unfortunately, the people tend to not know too much about the blades either. Excuse me, I am burning my evidence. Alright, anyway. So, I've actually wanted to get one of these for a little while. Mostly because I have a little bit of Irish heritage. And the blade itself tends to, or the handle itself tends to be pretty cool looking. It's not that long of a blade. It's about maybe 4 inches, probably about as long as my index finger, if a little bit bigger. The handle itself is a little strange because it's very rectangular and it also has these very deep clines there. They're not sharp, they're not hard, they're rather smooth. You can also still see the grind on there. A few parts didn't do all too well. The blade itself came rather nice. It's stainless steel. Windy today. Tip is fairly blunt. It actually looks like there's already a chip in the blade. I haven't done nothing with this, and I believe the knife shop tends to have some used items here and there, but it's not bad. The blade itself, it's actually hollow on the inside, and I don't know if you could see it, but you can actually see the screw from the blade that goes into the handle. So it's very clunky, to be fully honest. It's a lot thicker, a lot more squarish than I thought it would be a few times. Comes with a nice little sheath here for it though. It's plastic, nothing too fancy. Even the metal tip part looking here is made of plastic. Tell on that. Got a cool little design on it though. Celtic knot, I think is what it is. I don't fully know. I've never seen this kind of design before. It fits fairly well in there. There's no belt grip on it or anything, so it could make a nice little boot knife or something like that. It's not for me. It's a gift though. Ah. Oh, Jesus. Well, I said I was going to make a fire, and I made a fire. This is going well. This is going very well. Anyways, yeah, it's a cool little knife. There's a few parts in it that just don't look very nice. You could still see the screw from where they put in the blade to the dagger, and if you can tell, right in there is it's a dip right in there. You can kind of see there's still, it doesn't even look like it's even put in there. And actually, now that I'm actually looking at the blade, it's very bad. It is very bad. The grind is off on both ends, and it makes it almost look like the blade itself is just twisted. I'm looking right here. This side of the blade has a fatter line to it than this one. The one on the right side is a bit more shaved down. But yeah, it's not really that special. It's not really something I would want to carry. And it's more just like a nice little add-on to a collection if you're a knife collector, or you just have a thing for Celtic sort of deals. But it's a nice little thing. Has, of course, a little gemstone there. Also plastic. The majority of this thing is plastic. I mean, the whole thing itself is just steel. Like I said, the grind's not that good. I can see parts where they didn't get it down all too well. I can see the lines. I can see it kind of looks like they might have welded this piece together and try to thin out the lines. It's hard to kind of tell. Yeah. But you know, just for a little add-on collection deal, it's nice. It's nothing too special. You know, I've seen a few of these sort of Dirks in a few different stores. I believe Bud K might also have some. I can't really tell you about the difference in the look of it or if it's any better. But most of this stuff it doesn't look like it was put together all too well. If you can see right here, you can see where it's not really put in all that well. It's not really fitted. There's a gap to where the metal point hits it. It's not loose or anything. I can't pull it off. but it's just there's a line there. I can see where it was kind of just put in there, and I don't know if they glued it or not, but they didn't do a very good job of it. It's bad. It fits in really nice. There's really nothing. I can't really wiggle a little bit, but it can't. It doesn't feel like it's about to fall out. I can feel it moving when I'm shaking it, but it doesn't feel like it's going to fall out at any point. Fits in there nice and snug. There's two parts to it that look like it was glued in to give it a little bit more squeeze to keep it in there. But as for just like a little deal, it's not bad. It's got a nice look to it. I want to say that it's sterling. I don't even know if that's the right word for it, but it's got a nice glimmer to it. It's already got some stuff on there. Looks like it could have been glue residue. I think that's what it is. I think it's glue residue. Looks like they tried cleaning it off, but they were in a rush, so they couldn't get down to it in time. But beyond that, it's a nice little add-on deal. The blade itself is decently sharp. The tip's already broken off, though. And I can just tell right on this side, the grind is a lot smoother and it comes down a lot more. Whereas this one, it's very close to the edge. The grind on this thing is just terrible. I mean, it looks like they were just in a rush. That's all I can say. It's not done well. It's uneven. It makes the blade have a strange shape, uneven. And the blade itself is not even directly in the center of the hilt. It's a little bit more to the left or the right, whichever way you're holding off the blade. But it's a nice little deal. Nice little thing to hold on to, show your friends. But as for something that I would recommend, unless you just want to have it to kind of look at, I wouldn't really recommend it anywhere else because it looks decent until you see the screw here in the middle of it. I feel like they could have done something to cover that up. I don't know if these kind of knives normally have that on there, but it doesn't give it that good of a look. It looks like it's, somebody with some pretty good experience making these kind of blades made it, but they weren't experts at it. Because everything is fairly uneven. The grind sucks. But yeah, it's a nice little deal, but I wouldn't really recommend carrying it or using it on really anything. Just a nice little decoration for the man cave or something. Anyways, that's all. See y'all next time.